r/AskReddit by Redmond Dts. What's something people only romanticize because they've never actually done it? Running a small business. People picture freedom and passion, not the stress and constant worrying. Farm living. Like being at 4 AM taking care of your animals because they are sick. Or you yourself being practically bedridden, but still needing to get up and take care of the animals. Selling. Anything other than a short cruise in gentle weather is a lot harder work than it seems. I love it, but it's definitely not for everyone. Running an animal rescue or sanctuary. It's a noble thing, but not many can deal with the abject cruelty and suffering they will have to face on a daily basis. And for every success story, there are just as many failures. Animals not found in time, or too far gone for saving. The realization of just how evil and heartless people can be will severely impact your outlook on humanity as a whole. Going to war. I never understood romanticizing war at all. You have to be completely brainwashed. Owning a bird, especially a parrot or cockatoo. I have a cockatiel, and I absolutely love him, but they are so high maintenance. My weekend is reduced to 1 day a week, because Saturday is just dedicated to him. They need to socialize, they need to be interacted with to thrive. They need to fly around. They need to hear other birds. Seriously, I wonder how Australian birds in other countries do never hearing a lorikeet or a corella or a magpie. And on top of that, they live for a long freaking time. My cockatiel will live for probably around 25 years. A lot of cockatoos live for 50 years. Some live for 80. And don't get me started on cockatoos, they chew things, they rip up wood, they scream at 120 decibels, etc. Birds are my world and my life, but so many people like the idea of owning a bird that can sit on their shoulder and everything without realizing the work that goes into keeping them. And unfortunately that's how you end up with cockatoos with the intelligence of a 5-year-old human stuck in cages with clipped wings. Being pregnant. I'd add getting pregnant. For some people, it's 3 months of fun and excitement. For others, so many needles. And the blood draws. I remember just sitting in my boss's office nearly in tears because my elbows hurt so bad. Business travel. I thought it was exceptionally glamorous when I was younger. It got old so fast. Just a few years on the road regularly and it became stressful and exhausting. My least favorite part about traveling for work is the day you lose getting there needs to be made up eventually. The day you lose getting back needs to be made up eventually. The only reason I didn't need to make up the time I was on site eventually is because I just did it at night after my travel work was done during the day. Also, I find work travel often includes weekends. While I could spend a solid 40 hours working on a work trip, I get 16 calm hours in return for working from 8 AM to 10 PM Saturday and Sunday. No thanks, I'll stay home and see my kids, my wife, my own bed, and a Saturday of peace. Traveling full-time, nomad life. Looks magical online, but it's just constant stress, laundry, and no real home. Being poor. There is no honor or glory in the bohemian life, it just freaking sucks. All the time. Living in any time period before now, honestly. The further back you go, the worse it gets. I'm surprised there aren't caveman dramas. Getting the opportunity to finally defend yourself. Many rednecks out there waiting an entire lifetime to get robbed, despite not having shit to rob, so they can finally use their 20-year-old pea shooters. Many wind up in prison. Living in a tiny house sounds cute, until you realize you can't stand up straight. Sex in the shower. It's not good. It's slippery in the wrong way, it gets cold quick, and water makes things shrivel. It might work in Bermuda, it's not working in Balak. Sex on a beach. I've had worse drinks. Working in a restaurant kitchen. Anthony Bourdain made it sound like this gritty romantic brotherhood. It's 12-hour shifts on your feet in 110-degree heat, $15 an hour, second-degree burns from the fryer, and someone losing their mind at 10:45 p.m. because the kitchen is about to close and they just ordered a well-done steak. Prostitution. Not sexy, often violent. Living on an island. Hauling groceries by boat every week. In the rain. Living on a tropical island. You're constantly fighting the environment off from ruining your home, your food, your clothes, etc. Teaching. Second career teachers can be amazing. I'm one, but the first year is a real wake-up call for those who think it's going to be easier than whatever job you had before. Relationships. They're great, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people do not realize how much work goes into them. Playing a guitar and singing at a book gig, where the audience is comprised of 70 drunk people who have made 22 requests for Sweet Caroline in the past half hour, and 2 drunken uncles who want me to let their nephew sing just one, if I have the lyrics somewhere on my computer. A pox on all their houses. Play Free Bird. Knew a band that would punish this request by playing it every single time. The song is at least 9 minutes long. They once played it 3 times in a row. Having a baby. There is so much sleep deprivation and bath, and poop and snot. It is fulfilling, and the mom hormones usually help mom power through, and it gets fun as the kid gets older, but it is not romantic or blissful, or like anything you've daydreamed about. All that said, my son is 18, and I'm so glad he's a part of my life. And he is my one and only, because I couldn't handle the baby thing more than once. Homestead living, particularly with dad as the breadwinner and mom as the trad wife. I get it, if that's your dream, but as one of the kids born into it, it blows. Especially if mom and dad are extremely religious and afraid of their kids being corrupted by the world. Myself and my siblings were homeschooled up until my mom accepted she couldn't handle it anymore, and we were wildly unprepared to deal with going from extremely sheltered lives to being thrust into the real world of middle and high school. I'm not saying this lifestyle can't be done in a way that sets kids up for success, but if your plan is basically God will take care of us, and there's barely enough money in the checking account every month to cover the bills and still feed the animals and the kids, I've got bad news for you. Acting and modeling. The entertainment industry is incredibly brutal, and agents will control your appearance and tell you to lose weight and go to the gym, even if you're in fantastic shape. The hours are unforgiving too. Trad wife life. It's patriarchal subservience, it keeps you financially trapped, and it's a lot of domestic and emotional labor with not a lot of return. Especially the farming ones, the reality of that shit is not the perfect Instagram homestead. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.